Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am somewhere in Idaho enjoying some backcountry flying in my Carbon Cub in the cool mountain air. I hope it is as pleasant in St. Louis as it is here, but that is very unlikely. Heat and a hectic schedule certainly make work more difficult. I know that the pressures of an uncertain production schedule, mechanical, and personnel issues make it more stressful than it needs to be. The remedy is rest, to recharge those tired minds, and that is what I am here to discuss. At some extreme point, none of us can deny the need for sleep. We endanger ourselves with a micro nap at the wheel or somewhere else that's dangerous. We fall asleep at the dinner table or at our desk. That is the extreme end of sleep deprivation. However, failure to ignore the natural rest cycle and downtime increases the chance for error at worst and inefficiency at best. We must recognize and honor our need for rest and recovery, and to do so, we must be aware of our state of fatigue and our need for rest and sleep. What are the intrinsic and extrinsic factors adversely affecting our natural rest cycle? Far and above all, is the stress of things that I mentioned at my opening remarks. Uncertain production schedules, varying or unfavorable weather conditions, mechanical issues, personnel problems, and personal health and fitness issues. And I am sure that there are many others of which I am unaware. I do not think that the level of what you ladies and gentlemen do could possibly be more complex. In the air and on the ground, each small action or inaction could lead to an avoidable error, easily correctable at the time, perhaps leading in the future to a somewhat more major problem, resulting in aircraft damage or aircrew injury. A rested mind and body will perform complex actions not only more safely, but more efficiently. These are the factors causing fatigue and poor work performance. DOT, Department of Transportation, years ago recognized that sleep apnea was a leading cause of fatigue and resulted in an increased accident rate in truck drivers. The FAA jumped on that. They jumped on that theme, and now we screen pilots for sleep apnea. The FAA calls it obstructive sleep apnea because most, but not all, of sleep apnea is due to airway obstruction during sleep, resulting in an adverse physiologic response which has widespread deleterious health effects long term. The FAA allows for medical certification while the pilot is undergoing evaluation and treatment. To take a shark test, do a search for Stop Bang, STOPBANG. Take the test to see if you have any signs or symptoms of sleep apnea. At some point in our day or evening, we all experience sleepiness. It may not be full blown, it may just be a sense of fatigue and loss of our usual sharpness. Respect that feeling by taking a minute to wind down. Those extra few minutes can do a lot to restore your energy and mental acuity. In the extreme, motivation is useless. Did you ever try to nap while driving home? Our internal clock is finely tuned to the sunrise-sunset schedule. Most of us do not need an alarm clock to wake up. And most of us get sleepy about the same time in the evening, and it's always worse during the winter hours. Chair naps can be helpful. When traveling, allow time for your body and mind to adjust to the time zone traversed. The rule of thumb is about 1 day per time zone crossed. We think before we act, so obviously judgment is critical. Our judgment is a function of cognitive performance, which varies among people. Furthermore, our cognitive performance is affected by many factors, principally fatigue. Make a plan to raise your awareness level when fatigue sets in. Develop a plan to take time out even when you are busy. Bosses and coworkers will understand. You will be setting a good example. Your safe and efficient work record will show. Thank you for your attention.